Hello, welcome back. So today I want to speak to that tiny moment and catching that tiny moment just before you're about to people please. So have you ever noticed that moment before you say yes or you agree to something, your body takes over? So maybe someone's asked you for a favour or they've invited you to something, but deep down you know it's a no, and also your body instantly reacts to that. Maybe your body freezes and tenses up, or maybe your indicator is a kind of heavy feeling, a dragging feeling. Only you know in yourself of when it's a no versus, yeah, that sounds great. So that's my first kind of question there for you of how that shows up in your body. But before you've even had a chance to think about it, you find yourself agreeing. You find yourself saying, yeah, of course, yeah, no problem, that's fine. And then afterwards you walk away and you instantly regret it. And you just think to yourself, why did I say that? I know what I want, so why didn't I just say it? So if this sounds familiar, it's because your nervous system has simply learned that keeping other people happy and comfortable feels safer than potentially disappointing them. And today I'm going to show you exactly what you can do in real time, in that moment, just before you're about to people please, so your body has a chance to choose differently. So here's something that most people don't realise. People pleasing doesn't actually begin the moment that you respond. It begins at the moment that your body senses a threat in your environment, in your dynamic. So because your nervous system learned in the past that conflict, disagreement, disappointing someone wasn't safe, it will do everything it can to avoid that feeling. And that's why your mind goes blank and your heart races and you freeze and your body rushes. Yeah, it's your body's way of rushing to make that discomfort disappear. And so another way of wanting to get this to go away is to say yes. This is what the mind makes you believe. If we agree right now, if we say yes, then we won't feel any discomfort. They won't feel discomfort and we won't feel discomfort. And so it's not because it's what you want to do, it's because your body believes that is the safest option right now, is to just please someone. So to break the pattern of people pleasing, the goal isn't to become a different person, to become ultra confident and to stop caring what people think, it's to show your nervous system that you are safe to pause before you respond. Before I share the tool, I want to say hi to anyone that's new here. I'm Harriet. I'm a somatic coach. I specialise in helping people break the pattern of people pleasing. And that is why I created this channel, to hopefully provide you with some tools to help and to help you reconnect with yourself and just exhale. But also just help you feel less alone in the experience. That's my main hope. So that being said, the tool here to put into practice is pausing. And that sounds so simple. I know it sounds so simple to just pause. But as we know, in those moments where someone's standing in front of you, waiting for a response, it can be very easy to, out of pressure and out of a fear of disappointing them, to just say yes or just to agree, to appease them. So pausing buys you more time. So the next time that someone asks you for a favour, before you answer, pause. So make sure your feet are planted, you're rooting yourself, you take a deep breath. Tune in, to what feels aligned for you. Like I mentioned at the beginning, your indicator it's individual to you and how your body responds to things that light you up and are a yes versus things that maybe are a no. And you will know that in yourself. So yeah, asking yourself, what do I want right now? But if you're not sure, this is where pausing is even more helpful, because you can literally say to someone, you know what? I'm actually not sure right now. I'm going to go away and think about it, but I'll get back to you. Or I need to check something first, so I'll let you know. So pausing is a great tool because it allows you to clearly communicate where you're at with somebody and be honest. So they've received an answer from you, and you can go away and really feel into it and be present with it. So those few seconds interrupt the old survival pattern here, because they give your nervous system the chance to realise that you don't have to abandon yourself to stay in connection with somebody, because that's one of the main fears behind people pleasing, is a fear of disconnection. And so by saying, yeah, no, like, I'm not sure at the moment, I'll let you know, and just pausing and just checking in and saying, you know, that's still remaining in connection with someone. So the next time that someone asks you for a favour or invites you to something in person, and you start to feel that pressure creeping in or that panic to give them a response, even if you're not sure of what you want, I invite you to start practicing this pause. Give yourself permission to just step back and pause, because I guarantee the more you do this, the less you'll react out of panic and fear, and the more that you will start honouring yourself. Because the breaking the pattern isn't about becoming someone who's perfect at always setting boundaries, knowing what they want, being able to articulate it in the moment. It's actually not about that. It's about practicing creating space between the request and your response, because that's where self-trust begins, when we honour ourselves and we tune in with what we need. So if this resonated, as always, please like this video, share it with anyone that could benefit from this, from knowing this tool. I've also left some reflection prompts in the description box if you'd like to go a little bit deeper with this and reflect more. So thank you for being here as always, and I will see you in the next video.